Hey everyone, what's going on? So this is a bit of a different comparison, but it's one I've been thinking about a lot and you guys request the most. We've got the brand new iPhone 17, the base model, and we've got the 2-year-old iPhone 15 Pro. And the question is, here in late 2025, which one should you actually spend your money on? This is my natural titanium iPhone 15 Pro. It's been my daily driver for almost 2 years now, since November 2023 before I upgraded to 17 Pro. It's been a workhorse. And this is the new iPhone 17 in that new lavender color. I've been using it as my main phone for about a week now. So in this video, I want to talk about what it's like to live with both of these. We're going to cover everything: the design, the displays, the performance, the cameras, and that massive new iOS 26 update. This video is really for anyone. Maybe you're using an older iPhone 12 or 13 and you're wondering what to upgrade to. Maybe you have an iPhone 15 Pro and you're wondering if you should jump to the 17. Or maybe you're just looking for the best value right now. We're gonna cover all of it. So before we get to the new stuff, let's just, bridge the gap. What was so special about the iPhone 15 Pro when it came out? Because I remember the hype, it was a big deal. First, it was the materials. This was the first Pro iPhone to ditch that heavy fingerprint magnet stainless steel for this grade 5 titanium, and it made such a difference. Reviewers at the time said it was about 9% lighter, but honestly, it felt even lighter than that just because of how the weight was balanced. And this natural titanium color, it's held up so well. Second, it was the chip, the A17 Pro. It was the first 3nm chip in a smartphone, and Apple was pushing it hard as a legit gaming machine. Running actual console games like Resident Evil. And third, finally, the USB-C port. But the real pro feature was that the 15 Pro got the fast USB 3.0, 10 gigabit per second speeds, which, well, hold that thought. That's gonna be very important later. Okay, so now the iPhone 17. And I'm gonna say this right up front. The upgrade for the base model this year, the single biggest deal, and honestly something I know has been a dream come true for so many people, is this display. For the first time ever on a base model iPhone, we have ProMotion. We have 120 Hz. It is so smooth. It's just one of those things that once you use it, you can't go back. I always used to say, that last year's iPhone 16 was fast, but the 60 Hz screen always made it feel, a little choppy. That's gone. This finally feels like a pro level experience. And the design, you can see them. The 17 is slightly bigger. It's a 6.3 inch screen versus 6.1 on the 15 Pro, but the bezels are so much thinner that it doesn't really feel that much bigger in the hand. It just feels more immersive. And the screen on the 17 it's just better. It's way brighter. We're talking 3000 nits of peak brightness. The 15 Pro's 2000 nits is still great, but you can see the difference, especially outside. The 17 also gets the action button and the camera control button that were introduced last year. So in the hand, this base model really feels like a Pro. Now let's talk about software, because both of these are running the brand new iOS 26, which was released, a few weeks, maybe a month ago. And wow, I know this new liquid glass design is divisive. I've been on the forums, I've seen the Reddit threads. A lot of people find it cartoonish. Some people are even calling it Windows Vista-ish. But honestly, I'm on the other side. I love it. I really do. It feels so fluid. The new animations, they just make iOS 18, which I used to think was fine, feel, flat and old. I really appreciate the new look. Now, when I first updated this 15 Pro, I will be honest, it got warm, like noticeably warm. And the battery drain for the first day or two was yikes. But that's just, re-indexing. It's normal. The phone is re-cataloging all your system files, all your personal files. It happens with every major update. After about, I'd say 2 or 3 days, it all settled down. And it's been perfectly fine since. And speaking of battery, let's just check the health on this 15 Pro. Yeah, okay. So after 477 charge cycles, my battery health is at 86%, which, it's not amazing, but it's pretty normal for 2 years of heavy use. But I did notice an improvement after the update, because iOS 26 has a new feature called adaptive power. And no, this is not low power mode, it's this new AI powered feature that's available for the 15 Pro. It just It's like a scalpel. It intelligently trims power here and there without you really noticing. I turned that on and it has definitely helped me stretch this 86% battery a little bit further. Okay, so how does a 2-year-old Pro really perform in 2025? This 15 Pro with the A17 Pro chip, it's still a beast. Apps open pretty much instantly. Swiping between apps is smooth, especially with those new iOS 26 animations. It is still absolutely decent. I ran Geekbench 6 on it, and I got a 2829 on single core and a 7272 on multi-core, which is, I mean, that's still an incredibly capable chip. But here's the real secret. The hero feature of this 15 Pro's longevity. It's the RAM. This phone was one of the first to come with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I always say this when I'm reviewing older models, phones with 4 gigs or 6 gigs. The processor might still be fast, but the background apps, they are constantly reloading. I keep seeing my apps reloading. It drives me crazy. With 8 gigs on this 15 Pro, my apps, they stay in memory. It's still pretty decent. This is so key. Now, the iPhone 17, this has the new A19 chip. I ran Geekbench on this too, and as you'd expect, the numbers are insane. I got 3,573 on single core and 9,143 on multi-core. I mean, yeah, it is way faster and you feel that speed, especially when it's paired with that 120 Hz screen and the new liquid glass animations. It's just buttery. But here's the catch. The iPhone 17, the base model, it also has 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's right, the same as the 2-year-old 15 Pro. Apple is still keeping the 12 gigabytes of RAM for the Pro models this year. So for day-to-day, multitasking, keeping those apps open in the background, the 17 is gonna feel exactly the same as the 15 Pro. That is very interesting. For gaming, the 15 Pro is still great. I play PUBG Mobile on this all the time. Highest settings, no problem. It can play those AAA console games. But like I said, it gets noticeably warm. The 17 with the new A19 and I'm sure better thermals, it's gonna be a better gaming machine. Okay, let's talk cameras, because this is where the decision gets really complicated. The 17 has a new dual camera system. It's a 48 megapixel main and a new 48 megapixel ultra wide, and it's great. The ultra wide is a really nice upgrade from the 12 megapixel one on the 15 Pro. But is it an upgrade? Honestly, no. It's a trade-off. Because the 15 Pro has a pro camera system. It has 3 lenses. You get that 3x optical telephoto lens. And I use this all the time for portraits or just to get a high quality zoom shot of something far away. The iPhone 17 just doesn't have it. And because it's a base model, you're also not getting ProRAW or ProRes if you're into more flexible editing. So for the rear cameras, I honestly think the 15 Pro is still the more versatile, more pro system, but the front camera, oh man, the 17 wins, and it's not even close. This is that new 18 megapixel center stage camera that's been, kind of viral, and it's so fun, but it's also so functional. It has a new square sensor, and what that means is, look at this. I'm holding the phone vertically, but I can just tap this button and now it's shooting in wide angle landscape without, turning the phone. Apple execs literally said they built this because they saw everyone fumbling with their phones, trying to get a big group shot or handing the phone to the tallest person. This solves that. It's a genuine functional upgrade. And yeah, I really believe every Android phone is going to be copying this next year. All right, so what about Apple Intelligence? The 15 Pro supports it. The 17 has it. Is that a reason to buy the new phone? For me, honestly, no. It is not a great deal at all. And here's why. Apple Intelligence, right now, here in November 2025, it's still in beta. They just added support for new languages in the iOS 26.1 update. So I use Gemini or I use ChatGPT. They are already here and they're already more powerful than what Apple Intelligence can do right now. So no, it's a non-factor for me. So what are the real considerations? What are the downsides? For the iPhone 15 Pro, the downside is it's 2 years old. The battery, mine is at 86%. If you buy one used, you just have to accept that you're probably gonna need a new battery, which is, about $100. And the chip, while fast, is 2 generations old. For the iPhone 17, the downsides are all the pro features they didn't give you. No telephoto lens. That's a big one for me. No ProRAW or ProRes. And this is the most important one. The USB-C port on the iPhone 17 is still USB 2.0. That's 480 megabits per second. That is the exact same speed as the old Lightning port. The 15 Pro's port is 10 gigabits per second. It is 20 times faster. So if you are anyone who shoots video, if you ever need to transfer big files from your phone to a computer, the iPhone 17 it's just not a pro device in that way. The 2-year-old 15 Pro is leagues better. Okay, so iPhone 15 Pro versus iPhone 17. Which one should you buy? This really depends on who you are. If you are on an older iPhone, let's say an iPhone 12, 13, or 14, just get the iPhone 17, 100%. That jump from a 60Hz screen to the 120Hz ProMotion screen, it's going to be the biggest, most wow upgrade you have ever felt. Plus you get the new A19 chip, a brand new battery, and that super fun, super functional front camera. It is the one to get. It's a fantastic phone. If you have an iPhone 15 Pro right now, do not upgrade to the base 17. Seriously, you are losing your telephoto lens, you are losing your fast 10 gigabits per second USB port. Your 8 gigs of RAM is the same as the new one. Just no. Enjoy your phone. It's still amazing. If you want newest, just go for 17 Pro or just wait for the 18 Pro. And finally, if you're a new buyer and you're trying to decide between a new iPhone 17 for $800 or a used refurbished 15 Pro for like 550 to 600 something bucks, here's my personal take. I think the refurbished iPhone 15 Pro is an absolute steal right now. For what, 30% less? You get a more premium titanium body, you get a more versatile pro camera system with the 3x telephoto, and you get a way more professional, 20 times faster USB-C port. You're basically trading a bit of screen brightness and that new front camera for a phone that is, in my opinion, still the more pro device. But hey, that's just my take after using both. What would you choose? The shiny new thing with the amazing screen or the old Pro that still has all the pro features? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.